Welcome back to our speculation of how the starters from Pokemon Scarlet and Violet can evolve based on folklore and mythology from Spain and other Spanish-speaking countries. In this video, we'll be taking a look at the new slippery serpent, Fuecoco.
It's not a snake.
Wait, really?
It's a crocodile.
But there's no crocodiles in the Zodiac.
It's a crocodile.
But...
It's a crocodile! In this video, we have this derpy little spicy crocodile, Fuecoco, the laid-back fire croc Pokemon that does things at its own pace. It's based on a crocodile and a chili pepper, both of which aren't endemic to the Iberian Peninsula. However, some countries conquered by Spain in the past, like Mexico and the Philippines, have native species. There's also the Turkish snake pepper, which was pointed out by Loxin and Noggin, so thank you. That may link back to the unfortunate Chinese Zodiac entry, as crocodiles aren't present.
But snakes are? Religiously speaking, Spain is primarily Christian, with much of their myth and folklore bleeding into traditions, such as that of St. George or San Jorge, a knight who slayed a dragon to save both the land and the princess. It is said that the dragon's blood seeped into the ground, birthing the very first rose, which was gifted to the princess.
So romantic.
An evolution with this tale could lead into firefighting, due to the fighting type often representing heroes and warriors, much like San Jorge, or preferably Fire Fairy, due to the fairy tale-like nature of the story.
Speaking of dragons, there's another story, possibly related to San Jorge, where he fights a female dragon by the name of Coca-fera. The fight is traditionally held in the Iberian Peninsula and some other parts of the Spanish-speaking world, where a knight representing San Jorge duels Coca-fera for good crop yields for that year. If San Jorge is to defeat Coca-fera by cutting off her ear and tongue, crops will be bountiful. But if Coca-fera manages to scare his horse, the yields will be bad. Despite all this, people still tend to root for Coca-fera anyway.
Let's go!
Showmanship and whatnot. With this in mind, Fire Dragon might be a good candidate to represent Coca-fera, or even Fire Dark, as Fuecoco might evolve into something that scares off Ponyta.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
Going into Cantabrian mythology, there's a winged serpent dragon called the Culebre that lives in caves and guards treasures. It's said to just vibe unless to feed on cattle, which sounds like how Fuecoco do. They say that they're immortal, and as they grow old, their scales become impenetrable, and they grow bat-like wings, which they use to immigrate to a mythical island paradise located beyond the sea, where giant diamonds are said to be found. Initially with this, we can say that Fuecoco may evolve into a fire rock type given its relations to diamonds and precious stones. The Turkish snake pepper also plays a part in this, as they look like long snake-like peppers, which echoes back to Fuecoco's design, being a chili pepper, and with Culebre in mind, it just works.
You know what else just works? Hitting that like button and commenting what you think this goodest boy will evolve into.
Every comment adds one more advantage point to Fuecoco not evolving into a fire fighting type.
We originally didn't know where to put this part in the script, but we believe that Fire Ghost may be the most likely candidate due to multiple elements within the folklores that we spoke of. The obvious would be that each dragon is eventually slain, with Culebre needing to consume a red-hot stone in order to perish. There's also Fuecoco's design looking like an apple as well, echoing back to biblical connections to the Garden of Eden and the serpent. Lastly, El Coca-fera is also tied to a boogeyman within Spanish-speaking countries called El Coco, a type of bugbear, a creature told to keep disobedient children from causing a ruckus. El Coca-fera seems to be related to this as a female equivalent to El Coco. With everything here considered, it just makes sense for Fuecoco to become the first Fire Ghost starter Pokemon. I mean, there's also the Ghost Pepper. Come on, look at it! Look at it!
Long tangent aside, a fire ghost concept that we made based on these ideas led us into Serpiamento, the Wisping Serpent Pokemon. Said to be once a laid-back dragon that hoarded many treasures. This Pokemon now seeks revenge on the trainer that is unfortunate enough to enter the very lair that it both resides in and was slain by a foolish warrior who sought Serpiamento's fortune and fame. Parents of the region tell tales of Serpiamento wisping away young children who venture into the woods unsupervised. So you better be careful on your adventure.
So what are your thoughts on this spicy boy? Let us know down below.
Consider checking out our shop as well. Next time we'll be taking a look at the Donald Duck himself, Quaxley. But until then, here's a video about what the legendaries of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet could truly be. Later!
Alligator?